So you know, Kun Thaksin Shinawatra has a mobile cabinet. He says he has a mobile cabinet
Yes.
because he's a prime minister or ex-prime minister in exile or a mobile prime minister. So he has 8 mobile phones that he called a cabinet.
Yes.
And they have iPhones. He has BlackBerry. He has Nokia. And I think he said that most of his cabinet members are iPhones.
And there seem to be his good assistants because apparently the tablet deal with the China government also come about with the help of these assistants of his the iPhone. So he normally operate with he's a solo guy operate with 8 mobile phones.
So what is his main message in this interview with the Bangkok Post editors?
Well, I have spotted 3 important messages from Kun Thaksin during the interview. The first one being the first one concerned the constitutional amendment. He said that it will not. He doesn't believe that it will have anything to do with the royal family, meaning that the drafting assembly will not touch the sensitive issue. That's the first key point. The second point is that he made a lot of criticism against the independent organizations, which were set up under the Constitution of 1997 that he seemed to like. I don't know the contradiction, but he made a lot of criticism against those, particularly the Constitutional Court and the Administrative Court. So it's a very strong hint that the drafting assembly will somehow try to reform or change or reduce the power or increase the power of these 2 courts. That's the second point. The third point, he said that he will find his way home by himself, meaning that
he knows the way.
He knows the way, and he will not need any help from constitutional reform or anything. He will just he doesn't believe that his coming home will have anything to do with Thailand.
It says it's all right for him to stay abroad. He doesn't even need to come home, right?
Right. Yes. For me, the first 2 points, I believe him. That of course the Charter Drafting Assembly will not touch the issue of the royal family. That I believe him. The second point, that the Charter Drafting Assembly will somehow try to change the role of the independent organizations. On that, I believe him also.
So what is it that you don't believe him?
I can't figure out how he can find his way home without changing his legal status.
Yes.
Because technically he's still a fugitive, and that has a lot to do with the current constitution, particularly the Article 309. That guarantee the legal basis of anything that was done after the coup in 2006. So without change in that regard, he will have to come home as a fugitive still. So how he can find his way home without changing this constitutional rule?
But it would be too obvious if they changed the particular clause just to enable him to come home.
No, actually, he doesn't have the drafting assembly will not hand to change anything. They just drop Article 309 completely.
And that would
forget about it. They can just forget about Article 309 and write a new constitution without that article. And that would be, technically, would be adequate enough.
I mean that would sort of absolve him from all the charges that he is still facing.
Right, and he maybe needs some additional legal amendment also. Interestingly, we got a report from the Prapokau Institute today, which we will discuss tomorrow, of course, that could have something to do with Kun Thaksin coming home, when and how Kun Thaksin will be able to come
that
home.
would be very interesting, how he can come home and how he can find his own way without going through the charter changes. That would be a real big story.